They hear what people they talk. Want to get a shakeleti love. This love when I wanna get another one. I go take and do waiting I love. Waiting you love, oh. No be waiting I love, oh. Waiting I love, I go do what we love, I go. Go no be vodka. Mr. Money Changer. But when I know the ways that Mr. They hear what people they talk. Want to get a shakeleti love. This love when I wanna get another one. I go take and do waiting I love. Waiting you love, oh. No be waiting I love, oh. Waiting I love, I go do what we love, I go. Go no be vodka. Mr. Money Changer. But when I know the ways that Mr.
You've been gone, it's an empty home. Come on back where you really belong. You are always welcome home, welcome home. You've been kept down for much too long. Stand up, please, and say I am free. Don't forget you are welcome home, welcome home. Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land. On this happy trip back to the promised land.
Good evening. I'm your host, Kiki, and welcome to Conversation Beyond Borders, streaming live on HYT African TV and across all social media platforms. Tonight, we examine the critical relationship between the NDC and its diaspora. The NDC diaspora is visible, active, and financially supportive. Yet, many members continue to question their real influence within the party's decision-making. Tonight, we clarify these concerns and address the growing debate. We are joined by Dr. Hon Carl Arhin, Deputy Director of International Relations of the NDC. Before we dive into our conversation, let's go for a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
That dream of studying and working abroad has been made much accessible to everyone, including you. So worry less about how you're going to get there, because we always make it happen. This is Step Finders Ghana Limited. We offer a highly professional guidance and support system, both in your university and visa application process. Step Finders Ghana Limited is a highly trusted agency of the University of the West of Scotland, one of the largest modern universities offering a range of academic, social, and sporting facilities. You can apply for undergraduate, master's and PhD in business and creative industries, education, social sciences, computing, engineering, physical sciences, health, and life sciences. Come through Step Finders, and for your studies, you get yourself a laptop or a £500 gift voucher. Call on +233 598 4888 04. WhatsApp on +44 7404 711 049. Send us an email or visit our website for more information.
Hello, Dr. Carl. Thanks for joining us for today. How are you? Doc, can you hear me?
Thank you very much, Sister Kiki, my dear Dorcas, and I'm honored to be here today with you to share some few thoughts about NDC and our diaspora chapters. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. We are so honored. Let's begin with the broad picture. Dr. Carl, the NDC has consistently spoken about diaspora engagement. What exactly does this policy framework mean in practical terms, and what objectives does the party seek to achieve through it?
Thank you very much, Sister Lucas, once again, and a very good evening to our world viewers. Before I start, I would like to um, tell our viewers that a special greetings from the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and our dear mother, the Vice President, that of our National Chairman, our General Secretary, members of FEC and NEC, government appointees, my own boss, my affable boss, Honorable Alex Sebefia, the Director for International Relations, and especially our diaspora chapters, UK, US, Canada, Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, over 60 chapters. Yes, I want us to look at this when we talk about NDC diaspora engagement. National, it's about strengthening the connection between the NDC and Ghanaians living outside the country. That's what we say abroad. And also putting into consideration its potential in terms of resources, their expertise, their global influence, and more importantly, I normally say, I use the word eagle, and eagle means every Ghanaian living everywhere. But in this case, our focus is those who are NDC members, Ghanaian NDC members in the diaspora. And I think that there will be a distinction between what the diaspora debts at the presidency is, and then what the NDC diaspora members are. So if we talk about the NDC diaspora members, we emphasize on all Ghanaians living everywhere, any part of the planet, but they are NDC members. They are card-bearing members of the National Democratic Congress. That is that NDC diaspora engagement. We engage them on several, platforms, as I've said, about resources, about their expertise, about their global influences, direct business investment in Ghana, and we also ensure that whenever we need their assistance as technocrats, we also follow them. That is what the NDC diaspora engagement is all about.
Thank you very much. So, having served as Deputy IRD for over a decade, I want you to walk us through the key achievements and some of the major challenges and future prospects of your department, especially in strengthening diaspora chapters. Contribution to nation building.
Thank you very much. If we talk about the International Relations Department of the NDC, it's a directorate rather. And if we are to discuss about our achievements, if we have to look at some of our challenges and look at some of the prospects, as I've already said. And as the Deputy Director of International Relations of the NDC over a decade, the department has played a strategic role in deepening the party's engagement with its diaspora chapter, especially harnessing our contribution towards national development and democratic consolidation. First, I'll focus on some of the achievements, which are, very known to you. The International Relations Department has facilitated numerous activities over the years. And you are aware, the NDC came into existence in 1992. And since that period, we can say we have been able to build a very stronger coordination between the party headquarters and the diaspora chapters, ensuring alignment with party values, policies, and national priorities. This has become some of the achievements of the party. We've been able to also increase diaspora participation in elections, party congresses, and campaign activities, including external voting advocacy. You are aware we are thinking about. I think that just last week, the Constitutional Review Commission submitted their report to His Excellency the President. And one aspect in the recommendation that I was so happy about was about the extending the voting rights to our community members in the diaspora, which is very important. Right. Also, as a department, we've been able to mobilize our people in the area of technical, intellectual resources when it comes to national policy development through our comrades in the diaspora. When we talk about capacity building, we've had a lot of initiatives that have improved leadership, organization, and communication, even within the diaspora chapters, our own people. These efforts have significantly positioned the diaspora as an integral stakeholder in the NDC. And it has helped a lot for us to continue engaging to bring as many as we can when it comes to our national development. Let me just say this, in 1992, when the NDC, as well PNDC, when we were about to develop the national constitution, if you remember, the NDC was able to bring on board fishermen, carpenters, police men and women, military men and women. We brought all those in different fields for them to be part to develop our constitution. And that is exactly what we do with our diaspora groups. We tap all their expertise whenever the party is developing any policy. When we are developing our manifestos. So these are some of the achievements I think that we're able to achieve. Now, if we are talking about challenges as an institution, there will be a lot of challenges, and we are there to ensure that we'll be able to address those challenges and then we move on. And despite these achievements, the department continues to face notable challenges, as I've already mentioned. Here among them, I think I can talk about, the legal and constitutional constraints that have to do with the voting right of our brothers in the diaspora. That is particularly the absence of full implementation of the ROPA and the rights of our brothers and sisters, family members living in the diaspora, which limits their political participation back home. Another challenge among the many challenges that we can talk about has to do with a very difficult coordination, that is looking at the geographical distance, time zones, and varying local regulation political activities. There are countries that believe in dual citizenship, and there are other countries too, they don't believe in dual citizenship. So if you go to countries like Austria and then the Netherlands, they do not believe in dual citizenship. So we have a lot of Ghanaians who want to come and even support, but because of those limitations, it becomes a constraint for them to, do that. We also talk about resource constraint, especially at our department, where that affects the department's ability to regularly engage and then monitor and support all diaspora chapters effectively, especially when we are in opposition. It becomes a constraint. But I think that when we are in power and we have our, appointees in place, they are able to, do government official work when they travel outside, and sometimes they find time also to engage party, explain government policies, explain what government has done so far, and I think these are what helps. But sometimes when we are in opposition, it becomes a very difficult, situation for us, and also occasional internal disagreement and leadership disputes within chapters, which can affect unity and then productivity. As you are aware, we have our pioneer chapters. If we talk about pioneer chapters, we are talking about the North American chapter, like the USA, Canada. We have UK, one of the senior pioneers, the UK and Ireland. We have Germany. As human institutions and political institutions, there are times that there are disputes, right? That does not, augur well for those chapters. And we have departments that, help us to address those things. These are some of the challenges that the department faces. In terms of prospects, prospects are, projections, how things can, work out, and then how we can make, the work of the department and our diaspora groups functional. Looking ahead, I think that the prospect for the department and diaspora engagement remain promising. The growing size, influence, and expertise of most of Ghanaian diasporans present in Ghana that continue to support the party's cause, present immense opportunity for national development. You are aware, we have a lot of our colleagues from the diaspora who are in government supporting with, their expertise. And I think that these are areas that we need to encourage. And as time goes on, I think that we are going to see a bigger participation of our members in the diaspora in our government. And one other thing also, I'm so happy that I saw in the report that was submitted to the president by the Constitutional Review Committee or Commission, was that now those with a dual citizenship positions will be allowed to contest parliamentary elections, and also they can hold public offices. I think that these are areas that going forward in the future, it looks very good for Ghana and then the NDC. Future priorities that our department is considering under the leadership of Honorable Alex Serefia is one, we are going to deepen policy oriented engagement with the diaspora. It has been going on, but we are going to deepen it. That will allow diaspora professionals to contribute directly to governance, economic planning, and social development. These are things that I think it is very, very, very paramount for the leadership of the party. Secondly, Strengthening digital communication and coordination platform to enhance real-time engagement and transparency is also good. Sometimes even when we want to engage our diaspora groups and tap some of their expertise, we have different platforms like the Zoom and the Google Meet and whatever that also help us. And I think these are things that we are going to strengthen them. I remember before we won the 2024 elections, and then we had our um, various manifesto committees, right? We did not rely on only technocrats in Ghana. Rather, we brought on board, very seasoned professionals from the diaspora, and most of them could not come down, but rather they were engaged through Zoom. And I can tell you on authority that, look, it is not about MPP, it's about NDC. And NDC, yes, we have the men. It was marvelous. So these are areas that we are going to look at. And also, we are going to advocate strongly for diaspora voting and then political inclusion reforms. As I've said, the role part is paramount. I trust His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama because with his swift directive to ensure that the committee completes its work and submit it so that its implementation can take off, and having even factored that in the report, I think that. So in conclusion, I would say that the Department of International Relations remains committed to transforming the NDC diaspora from a support base into a strategic development partner, right? It is not only when we are in opposition and we need resources, logistics, that we are going to fall on them, no. But we are going to, translate that, and it's in a process. We're going to translate that into a strong strategic development partners, so that we don't see them as whenever we need them, then we fall on them, but rather they are pure stakeholders and they are contribution.
Thank you, Doc. Critics argued that most often when the party needs funds, that's when they come to the diaspora. The diaspora is treated as a cash cow. And you and I will know that no appointment has gone through your office to any diaspora executive or member or anything, except for those that have gone to lobby individually. And so what can you say? Can you clarify that?
Yes, you see, there are things that many are not privy to. And when it comes to appointment is a process. It's not an event. As I speak to you now, last 2 months, somebody got his appointment. Just last 2 weeks, another person got his appointment. And I believe that from 1st January, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama will continue to appoint. I am not aware of what you are saying, that no appointment has gone through our office. But I can mention a lot of, diaspora chapter executives in various places, not all, that one way or the other, they've gotten, some appointment. The issue here is not about whether it should go through our office or it didn't go through our office or whatever. What we need is the expertise of the individual. And if the person fits to occupy a certain position, I think that in the wisdom of our president, he will do that. Yes, I know expectations are high after elections, after the contributions that most of the diaspora chapters did in terms of, vehicle support and T-shirt and whatever. And at the end of it, people expect that they will get appointment. Let me advise them.
Thank you so much, Doc. Thanks for clarifying.
They should just calm down. We are just a year, almost a year, because on the 7th of January will be 1 year in government. I will just admonish my colleagues that something good will come. Let us all support the cause of the president. Look, everybody is talking about our government, that the NDC government within a year has done so much, so much. No, it's beyond the understanding of a lot of people, including the NPPs. So let's rally behind the government. And I believe that next year, when we come back to engage, people will come to share testimonies. They will not be asking questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We will go for a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
That dream of studying and working abroad has been made much accessible to everyone, including you. So worry less about how you're going to get there, because we always make it happen. This is Staff Finders Ghana Limited. We offer a highly professional guidance and support system, both in your university and visa application process. Staff Finders Ghana Limited is a highly trusted agency of the University of the West of Scotland, one of the largest modern universities offering a range of academic, social, and sporting facilities. You can apply for undergraduate, master's and PhD in business and creative industries, education, social sciences, computing, engineering, physical sciences, health, and life sciences. Come through Staff Finders, and for your studies, you get yourself a laptop or a £500 gift voucher. Call on +233 598 4888 04. WhatsApp on +44 7404 711 049. Send us an email or visit our website for more information.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Doug, in June 2023, the NDC held its first major diaspora engagement in Amsterdam, attended by high-ranking party officials, including the then but now our President John Dramani Mahama. In his speech, he clearly outlined the role external branches will play under the NDC government. Now, 1 year into governing, how well has that vision been implemented from your perspective?
Thank you very much, Sister Lucas. Yes, I was there myself. That was in June 2023. And I think that even demonstrates President John Mahama's commitment when it comes to engaging the NDC diaspora. You know, this is the first kind of activity that has been realized by the NDC by bringing all the diaspora chapter at a particular place for us to, for us to, discuss the party in Ghana. Then, when you realize that how the NPP left the country, when it comes to corruption, when it comes to. So, it was a platform that the leadership of the party then wanted to, hear from our comrades in the diaspora. And it was very successful. Yes, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama made it emphatic that he's going to, work with them. As I've already said, they are going to be stakeholders. They are going to be part of the process. And it's ongoing. Some of those that I can mention, if you go to Exim Bank, Moses Kulu, he was the secretary of the NDC chapter. If you go to other security agencies, my own brother Kofi Adole, he was also the secretary in the UK and Ireland. And I can mention and mention and mention. If you go to the United States of America, the chair lady, Madam Vivian Abadazi, she's a deputy CEO, right? So I don't think that what His Excellency at that engagement, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama spoke, was just symbolic or anything that he wanted to see to please the diaspora. It's still, but as I said, we are going to strengthen that. appointment will come. We have a list of very, very renowned, great professionals that we have just formed the government. We are about to finish our first year. Everybody should understand that there are times that the president and his team, they will review how governance processes is going. That is where reshuffles come. And if reshuffle come, I don't know, maybe Madam Dorcas are going to be appointed as the Deputy Minister for Finance. I don't know. But in the wisdom of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and our Vice President, our dear mother, Prof. Nana Jane Obukwajimai, let's wait. He will walk his talk, and he will not talk and leave it as a talk. So I believe that what he said in Netherlands, now that is Amsterdam, he's walking the talk. And I foresee some of these programs coming up, because just last 2 weeks I had a small meeting with my boss, Honorable Alex Sebefia, and he was thinking about if it's possible next year they will do another program. I can't tell whether it will be Netherlands, whether it will be Germany, whether it will be UK, whether it will be US. I don't know. And it will not be whenever we are in a position that we will, seek for their expertise. There are other platforms that allow everyone who is a Ghanaian, not only NDC members in the diaspora, because nation building is not about only a section of those who believe in certain ideology. It's about everyone who possess that potential to continue nation building. I think that by that, we'll be able to move Ghana forward. When Ghana moves forward, we don't see that the outsiders, those in the UK, those in the talking about citizens of other countries will not say that it's NDC, they will say it's Ghana. And I think that is what we are looking at. So
Thank you.
We've been able to do a lot, and we'll continue to do more.
Thank you so much, Doc. You mentioned earlier about persistent conflict being one of your major challenge of your office. Can you tell us what some of the root causes are? What are some of the root causes, and what structural reforms are being considered to address them?
Yes, as I said, as a human institution, if we talk about conflicts will eventually emanate when there are disagreements between, two-party group of persons in the diaspora chapter. We have a structure, and if you look at our constitution, that is Article 36, it speaks about the International Relations Directorate, how it is structured. We work directly under the supervision of the General Secretary of the party. So there've been series of, misunderstandings in the diaspora groups. And whenever there is any situation of such, I think if you go to the diaspora, we have the chapter executives. Even at the chapter executives, we have the Council of Elders. Then we have the various branches. At each level, we have a disciplinary committee. And if there is any action that is, against the established rules and regulations of the party picks it up. But conflict asking, I'll be very glad, like you could mention specific. Some of the conflict that you are a member, you have encountered, so that I'll be able to address that. Specifically. But,
one of the conflicts is an executive getting an appointment back home and is still holding on to that position. And that position is vacant and cannot be filled for it to be served. I mean, nobody can use that office to do whatever that needs it to be done because the person has an appointment. It's in Ghana, obviously cannot be coming for meetings or putting things in place. And so those are one of the many challenges that I think or believe the chapter is having issues with.
Very well, very, very well. As you rightly said, you see, the activities of the party is governed by, rules and regulations, right? And, in our constitution, whatever action you want to take in a party, you must use the constitution to do that. Else, you may find yourself into legal battles. At the chapter levels, at our various, at the chapter levels in the diaspora, I think that, our chairman, our secretaries, organizers, communication officers, all these comrades, they go for an election. So if you are elected, the constitution, you cannot simply remove somebody and put somebody there. No, it is not allowed. I think it's one of the areas I think the framers of our constitution didn't, foresee such situation will happen, right? But there've been some discussion. There are some discussion ongoing about when somebody is holding a party position, and now the person gets appointment into government, right? In order to ensure that the party front is strong and activities are executed, sometimes the role of the person in the government who is holding a party position, there will be a conflict. Eventually, the person will rather, stick to one of the position, and then the other side will be, dysfunctional. And for that, I think there will be some consideration. We will be going for our national delegate conference latest by December. And I believe that if we are to look at our constitution, some of these issues will be addressed. A document that was prepared by FEC was presented to the National Executive Committee meeting on this issue, that all those who have got an appointment must resign from and hold on to, the new appointment that they have. And I think that we tried more than consensus, but majority carries the vote, and they thought that what was presented at NEC had some challenges, so they should take it back, go and look at it, and then they can present it again. That is where we have gotten to. But I think that no one has the power to, take anybody off his position if the person has been appointed in government, whether in Ghana or in the diaspora, unless the party, the highest body of decision making of the party, they've taken a decision, and that decision cuts across, and then when that decision is, is accepted by NEC, then I think that it will be implemented. And this kind of conflict, or people agitating that they should move other people for their position because they've got an appointment. You can't do things the way anyone likes. It must be backed by law. It must be backed by, a constitutional right. And for that, we will be able to, implement that, and then avoid this kind of
Thank you so much, Dr. Carl.
They should be calm.
I believe they are calm. Thank you so much. We want to look into the future of the diaspora, the NDC diaspora. Do you have any vision or mission whatsoever that you have for them? Because your party is in power now. The NDC government is in power. It's doing so well back home. Like you said, other people are testifying to that. And then you have external branches, which is the NDC diaspora. So we want to talk about the growth of the chapter. What is your vision in the coming years as far as NDC is in power?
Thank you very much. I want to assure our comrades in the diaspora that a committee has been put in place to look at some of what you have said. How can we grow the diaspora chapters? As I speak to you now, we have 53 chapters. 53 chapters globally. And let me give you the breakdown. In Europe, we have 17 chapters. In Asia and Middle East, we have 12. In North America and then the Caribbeans, we have 7. In Africa, we have 17. And then the last one is Australia. So we have grouped them. And let me use this opportunity also to, thank and applaud my boss, Honorable Alex Sebefia. When my boss took over, the diaspora were only 23. We were only 23. And you could see that he's been able to, put a very solid strategic plan for us to increase chapters. We have others that are coming up. They are talking to us that they want to, open chapters all over. And our focus as a directorate shouldn't be only on the numbers, but it should be on how can they help when it comes to national development. What will be their role going forward? And as I've said, you see, one thing I want to advise most of our young comrades in the diaspora with all the expertise that they have, it's not only about appointment to occupy, positions in government. They can lead big investors to come and invest. It's part of our plan. As I said, there is a committee in place we are developing a document where we brought some people just solely for our diaspora groups. That is the NDC diaspora groups. Let us be very cautious. There is a difference between the diaspora decks at the presidency and that of the NDC diaspora group. NDC diaspora group has to do with our external branches, the party's external branches, and also the chapters. And then the diaspora decks at the presidency, they are non-political. They deal with Ghanaians living in abroad. So with them, it doesn't matter whether you are NDC, you are MPP, you are whatever. They deal with Ghanaians. They engage in promoting our cultural values, exchanges, educational, and all that you can mention. That is at the presidency. But NDC diaspora group, as I've said, that is the chapters and then the external branches of the party. There are a lot of opportunities that we can take advantage of. A lot of opportunities that we can take advantage
Doc,
of.
there are a lot, not to cut you, there are a lot of opportunities, but you and I know that in Ghana, diaspora is often seen as a threat. People see the diasporans as a threat rather than being partners.
I disagree. I don't believe. It depends on how can they be? How can they become threats to us? That is why we have Moses Klu and other colleagues who are occupying positions in government, very sensitive position. Let's talk about our own MP, Asen Central, or Asen of Honorable Jachikwesi. He was once a diaspora. I can mention them. If you want me to mention them, I can mention them. But we need their expertise. It helps when it comes to best practices to move, the government forward. So it is not a threat. It's about how you are able to link up with the appropriate quarters that will listen to what you have. and how you can come and support. Look, there are other colleagues from Italy. Last 2 weeks, they came. And they came in and make presentations to some of, the state agencies. And they have been welcomed. So I don't see that it's a threat. We should use our channel, right? We have the chapter, we have the chairman, we have the secretary, we have the organizers, we have communication officers. Come together, put whatever you have, link up. That is why you have your directorate. When you come, we can lead you to all the places that we need to lead you. If we go and successful, fine. Look, I know 3 guys who have put themselves together. They are in Ghana. Now they are going to acquire land in the central region. Now they are into this business of akokon ketenkete. And they have been able to purchase 22,000 akokon ketenkete. They've built a very huge, and all these things are very great opportunities that, some of our people can come and take advantage of. So I believe that, yes, going forward, we have seen that there are a lot of opportunities, and we must streamline things and make things happen, in a very smooth way for our diasporans. So
Thank you. Thank you so
they should
much.
trust John Dramani Mohammed's policies. A lot of things are happening. They should look into them and take advantage of them. Get in touch with us. Whatever assistance that we will be able to offer, we'll do that for them to also feel they are part of the system, but they are not just spectators. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll go for a quick commercial break, and then when we come back, we'll talk about internal party elections. Stay tuned.
That dream of studying and working abroad has been made much accessible to everyone, including you. So worry less about how you're going to get there, because we always make it happen. This is Staffinders Ghana Limited. We offer a highly professional guidance and support system, both in your university and visa application process. Staffinders Ghana Limited is a highly trusted agency of the University of the West of Scotland, one of the largest modern universities offering a range of academic, social, and sporting facilities. You can apply for undergraduate, master's and PhD in business and creative industries, education, social sciences, computing, engineering, physical sciences, health, and life sciences. Come through Staffinders, and for your studies, you get yourself a laptop or a £500 gift voucher. Call on +233 598 4888 04. WhatsApp on +44 7404 711 049. Send us an email or visit our website for more information.
Welcome back, and thank you for staying. Doc, the NDC has rolled its internal election from branch to national level, including external branches. What should diaspora chapters realistically expect from this process, and how will it strengthen party unity and effectiveness?
Thank you very much. And as usual, per our constitution, every 4 years we must conduct internal elections, and internal elections is rolled out from the branch level to the national level at all levels. And you are also aware that when it comes to the external branches, that is the chapters, per our constitution, our various constituency, that's our constituency, is equivalent to the diaspora chapter. Our constituency in Ghana are equivalent to our external chapter. So that is the structure. And whenever the constituencies are having their elections, it is within the same time that the diaspora chapters also organizes their elections. Now, per the release that came out after DEC approved the timetable, the International Relations Department Directorate, we are going to come out with guidelines. We must develop a guidelines that will spell out what is going to be done as usual. This is not the first time. We've been doing this years, but because of, the political landscape and changes within time, some guidelines that were used in 2020 or 2022 cannot be used in 2026. So the International Relations Directorate, the committee will sit and look into what goes into our guidelines. Notwithstanding, there are also peculiarities from different chapters, right? What happens in the UK sometimes is different from what happens in the United States of America. What happens in Germany is totally different from what happens in Sweden or Finland. So in developing this, our guidelines, we take a whole lot of, issues into consideration. And all these are discussed at our level, and then whatever decision that we want to implement, we do kind of consultation with the various chapters for them also to make input. Then it comes back to us as a directorate. Then we forward those inputs to, FEC, and then FEC will deliberate on it. And if it's agreed and approved at FEC level, then it will go to NEC, and the NEC approves it. Then it becomes functional for implementation. Then we implement them. I think from 1st of January, we are going to start registration of new members who want to be part of NDC. NDC has become so attractive that if I tell you the number of MPP people who are leaving to join NDC, you will be surprised. So there is the need for the party to give those people the opportunity. Because if you go to a church, that church, when they go, they will pray and pray and pray and pray and pray and leave without even dancing. And now you've gotten a church where they give you the opportunity to pray and dance. You eventually, leave that church and join the new church, and you'll be welcome. So we are going to do a massive registration, not only in Ghana, it also applies to the diaspora, where we encourage our chapter leadership to put all the necessary structures in place to give the people the opportunity to register. If they register, the party goes in the diaspora. And after that, we will now begin our branch elections. It comes with its own processes. And after branch election, we will do the chapter elections and get our new executive in place. That will steer affairs of the party in the various chapters.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Dear viewers, we're going for a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
That dream of studying and working abroad has been made much accessible to everyone, including you. So worry less about how you're going to get there, because we always make it happen. This is Staff Finders Ghana Limited. We offer a highly professional guidance and support system, both in your university and visa application process. Staff Finders Ghana Limited is a highly trusted agency of the University of the West of Scotland, one of the largest modern universities offering a range of academic, social, and sporting facilities. You can apply for undergraduate, master's and PhD in business and creative industries, education, social sciences, computing, engineering, physical sciences, health, and life sciences. Come through Staff Finders, and for your studies, you get yourself a laptop or a £500 gift voucher. Call on +233 598 4888 04. WhatsApp on +44 7404 711 049. Send us an email or visit our website for more information.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. Doc, 1 year in power, The NDC won the 2024 general election with a margin of over 1.5 million votes in the history. We're talking about going back memory lane in 1992 with ex-President Jerry John Rawlings. And then fast forward, President John Mahama winning with this huge landslide margin, 1.5 million votes, and has governed for 1 year. From your honest and critical standpoint, how will you assess the government's successes, the failures, the challenges, and also the future prospects?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You've rightly said it all. Yes, 2024 was an exceptional year when it comes to Ghana's election. And all of us, we saw what happened. The man, the MPP proved that he would never become a president again. John Dramani Mahama was the chosen one of God to win the 2024 election. Not just to win the election, but he won convincingly and above imagination. After a year in governance, I think that it will take a witchcraft, a demon, or in our local language, a damuni that will not see what has happened in Ghana since 7th January till today. It's been wonderful. It's been wonderful. But I would rather applaud the framers of our manifesto. And I was part of one of the committees. And one good thing that I saw during the development of our manifesto under the leadership of Professor Danso Boafo, who is, the Secretary to Cabinet now, was that, you see, the time that even His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the Vice President, the time that they had to be meeting various committee on local government, committee on finance, committee on roads, committee on foreign affairs, and all that you can mention. They had time. They had inputs to make. So it's like before he was sworn in as the President of the Republic, he really understood what our manifesto is about. And just after the election, its implementation, a lot of achievements. Look, I'll start with how the finance ministry, they've been able to manage the finances of our country. Look, if you talk about construction of roads, if you talk about, the health delivery system, if you talk about local governance, if you talk about education, look, first you must start with the Ministry of Finance. That is where funds are allocated for national development. So he who manages that ministry very well will have a direct work implication at that ministry. That's why you are seeing what is happening. That's why under the big push, we are seeing what we are seeing. Now the government is going to construct speed road from Accra to Kumasi. It's not about the sky train that $2 million has been paid, but we cannot even see anything in the sky, whether it's a bird or whatever. We can't see them. These are realities that government is going to construct. That. Let's look at the area of our extractive industry, the gold board. It's amazing. It's amazing. And you can see the MPP, the same thing they did to Kwame Nkrumah, the same thing they did to Jerry John Rawlings, the same thing they did to our Assembly President Atamol, the same thing they did to President John Dramani Mahama in his first time. They have started again with the gold board. First time in
Thank
the
you.
history, we have been able to pay 5 million. Is it Ghana cedis or dollars? I have to check, for road construction without borrowing. These are some of the achievements within the year. And more, I think I don't have much time to be explaining.
Yes.
In various sectors, please. It's above imagination. First time in the history of Ghana that assemblymen have been paid. They have been given some allowances, 1,300 each month, under the leadership of John Dramani.
Thank
So,
you, Doc.
we
I want to take one comment from Facebook.
Exactly, we have another platform sharing.
One more question from Facebook, and then we wrap up for tonight. But
Thank
obviously, we'll invite you for more.
Thank you.
What is the current procedure to get membership cards for her members? Her name is Namumu Latte. She is the chair lady for Kent branch. She wants to know the procedure to get membership cards for her members.
That is very simple. As a chair lady at Kent branch, that we have the structure, and she can relate to the chapter chairman or the chapter secretary or the chapter organizer, and they will take it through. It's very simple. We have a standard structure for anyone who wants to become a member of the party in the diaspora, and that power is in the hands of the chapter, not the branch.
Thank you very much.
If you want to get chapter membership card for her members, then I think you can facilitate her with the numbers of those that I've mentioned: organizer, the treasurer, the secretary, and the champ. And I can tell you on authority, within 3 minutes, they will show her how to go about it, and everything will be okay for her. And
thank you very much, Dr. Carl. We'll have to invite you for the next edition. That brings us to tonight's discussion. The diaspora, the NDC in the diaspora is clear. Their contribution is clear. They are visible, and their influence still remains. Thank you so much, Dr. Carl. And to our viewers, this is Conversation Beyond Borders. Up until next time, have a good night.
You've been gone, it's an empty home. Come on back where you really belong. You are always welcome home, welcome home. You've been kept down for much too long. Stand up, please, and say I am free. Don't forget